Good morning, guys. So today is Monday. We are starting our week off strong. As you can see, the pearly whites are brushed, face is washed. I need to. Today is going to be all about starting our week off strong. It's Monday. Let's get it. Even though we're starting in a new location because I am babysitting slash dog sitting my nephew cousin Deuce and his brother. Get these brows together. Actually, let me do this off camera. All right, that's enough for now. I don't have all my proper stuff with me to be doing too much. I cut myself. Okay, if I needed a sign to stop, yeah, that was it. Let me go ahead and put this away. Whoa, this is my first time ever cutting myself. This is crazy. How do I disinfect it, Jesus? It's burning. Okay, pause. That's okay. I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm not gonna let it get me down. We still gonna have a good week. I think my eyebrow is bleeding a lot more than I knew eyebrows could bleed. So I don't know what to do with that information. Yeah, that's a lot of blood for some brows. Ooh. Anyways, let's continue getting ready. That ain't gonna keep us down. Well, how's everybody's week going? It just started, so y'all make the best of it. One thing that I'm gonna do better this week is regulate my emotions. Not letting other people's moods affect my mood. I hate when people project. So, gonna be praying more this week. Gonna be touching a lot more grass this week. I went to the park last week and I hadn't done that in a minute. La 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 la. Anyways, so game plan. I already took Deuce out. He let out his zoomies. Get some fresh air. They say it's really good to get fresh air in the morning, but girl, depending on your job schedule, it's not always possible. Luckily for me, I feel like this week it's very possible because my schedule has changed. But before then, I would have to catch some sunlight during my break. Not the bang, the bang. Oh, 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 oh. This Monday is going to be a little different because it's not one of those Mondays where I meal prepped yesterday and I set myself up for the week. So that will be done today. Luckily, I noticed since I've been eating like a lot more simple whole foods, like simple recipes and stuff, girl, the meal prep, it ain't nothing but a little boil, a little throw under the oven, a little saute, nothing crazy. I still love elaborate recipes, don't get me wrong. I just haven't been really making them. I don't know if I ever shared this on this channel, but last year I was substituting for most of the year. And when I tell you these kids always want a band-aid, always. Oh baby, they can have a little scratch, they want a band-aid. And I feel like them right now. I wish I had a band-aid. I should probably disinfect it properly, but I don't want to put alcohol on it. I'm scared. So yeah, OTD. I'm just so happy. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and start our day. As time goes on, I noticed that I be eating breakfast like somebody grandma. Just boiled plantain. I had some salmon left over in the fridge from like meal prep. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. And then don't let me put a little piece of fruit on the side for my fiber. Oh, that's nothing at all. What the heck? guys, so that was my Monday, and as you can see, clearly I am not home. Love this life for me though. I'm at my uncle's house, drinking a little bit of spearmint tea. So I definitely did most of what I needed to do. I still have a few tasks that I need to complete tonight, and that includes like a little stretching and stuff. I wanted to go to the park, but circumstances happened. It just wasn't giving park. I'm pretty proud of myself. I did some meal prep today, went to work. I mean, this is kind of the bare minimum, but the fact that I was able to do it, no naps in between, like just keep pushing through. I kept Deucey at home because low-key I want to keep him for a few more days. So I didn't even bring him home because his parents are going to be here, I think, in the morning. So I don't even want them to see him when they get here and be like, no, you can just leave him here. So if there was any question in my mind that I need to trim this bang, y'all, today was my, I don't want to say 13th reason, but today was the final straw that like solidified, okay, you got to trim the bangs because they're all up in my eyelashes. They make me go like this. I can't make eye contact with anybody because then they're gonna see me just spazzing out. Y'all, tell me why I went to the grocery store. I mean, I wasn't really checking for him or anything, but the guy who was checking me out was like, you kind of cute. But like, and I'm really good at eye contact, but y'all, when I tell y'all, this bang was fighting me, and I was like, okay, I don't want to make it look like I'm fighting with my bangs in the middle of the line. Like, I don't want to fidget too much and make it more awkward. So I was kind of just like looking down the whole time and stuff, and I was just like, yeah, I need to trim it because it's not supposed to make me a shell of myself, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to make me like va boom type stuff. Let's see this, what this tea is giving. I feel like the water boiled for so long, but it seems warm and not hot. That's the perfect temperature. It got the heat, so like when it hit the back of your throat, it's like, okay, that's some tea. But it's not too hot to where it burns your tongue. Hold up, I ain't doing nothing right now. Let me fill you guys in on the whole matcha situation. So, going back to that topic, okay, I drink like 1 or 2 matchas a week. The thing about when I drink matcha though, it's not like this. It's never, oh, just brew some matcha, add some water, maybe a little almond milk. It never gave healthy. And I've been craving it now since Friday. I told you guys I was waiting for them cups to get here. Cups didn't get here today. At one point I was like, should I just make it and just drink it out of a glass? Which I have done and I have been doing. But I was like, no. Because if it's gonna get here tomorrow, I'd rather wait to have the full, you know, the little to-go cup experience. So we'll see how the patience pays off. Hold up. Do I look crazy with the bangs? See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm messing with the bangs. I can't tell what it's giving. That's why I need to trim them so I can know what it's giving at all times. But anyways, my friend went, yeah, so she sent me this sermon. Basically, it's on the topic of how our bodies are temples because, you know, God lives within us and all that. And it really made me reflect. I think he said something at the end. He said, what he said, I don't know, but he clocked me. Oh yeah, so he was talking about how basically our bodies are borrowed. Like you think, oh, this is my body, I can do what I want and all this stuff, but then you're like feeding your body trash, aka like the bad stuff we eat or like to indulge in, or the way we treat ourselves. And it's like, bro, if God lives within me, if my body is a temple, why wouldn't I treat it as such? But the way he was saying it though, he clocked my tea because he was like, oh, like when you rent a car, you take good care of it because you know that you got to return it, A, and B, you got to give it an account for it. And I feel like I've always thought about like the, you know, the revelations, give an account for your life. You always think of, oh, well, God, I did this, I did that, I did, you know, I had this career, I helped XYZ amount of people, but like, I don't think I ever thought of it in the sense of giving an account for my body, for myself, for my life, and how I treated myself, my temple. And I was just like, oh, it's a little different. I ain't think about it like that before. So I'm just sitting with that right now as I go and do my other stuff. But if that resonates with you, period, take it. However you can treat yourself better, because I definitely have to do some. I never thought the day would come where I would see the benefits to the other time. I believe the time change on like 2 weeks ago, it's dark at 7. I need that little, I want to wake up like, hello, sunshine. But I can't because it's too dark. And it'd be feeling illegal to be awake at that time. But really, it's 7. And the 7 o'clock is so fake. If you wake up directly like 7 on the dot, it's so dark outside. But honey, let 10 minutes go by. And look, the sun is rising so much within 1 hour. Low key, I used to always be like, why does the sun need to be like up at 6? Why does it need to rise at 6:30? It needs to rise at 6:30 so that by 7 I can awake with the sun, if you know what I mean. So my only thing is, I just never knew the day would come because I always thought this time, I believe this is daylight saving. Correct me if I'm wrong. I always mix them up. I always believe that this was the best time, but now I just feel like, can we find a compromise to where maybe the sun is up by 7, but at the same time let it stay up till, 7:30. Give us like 7 to 7. I feel like y'all just don't want us to be great. I promise you guys I have other fits. I just always coincidentally happen to wear the green whenever I'm gonna be on camera, and maybe it's because I naturally gravitate towards greens. About to go work out. It's like 30 degrees outside. 30 something degrees, so I might have to throw this bad boy on. My mistake. I didn't bring my little gym hat, so now it's me against the wig. We finna be lifting some weights. Light weights, very light weights. We're gonna do a little glute day, leg day today. I usually don't work out on Mondays, so this is my day 1 of the week. One thing that I found ever since relieving myself of the pressure of going to the gym on Mondays, I feel so much better because I don't know why, if it's just life that turns out that way or if it's just the way I plan my schedule, but it always seemed like it's such a chore and a task to get to the gym on Mondays, and when it doesn't happen, I be feeling so disappointed. So ever since I relieved myself of that expectation, baby, let me tell you, we've been okay.
She only do what she know. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure. I woke up today, look at your picture just to get me started. I called you up, but you weren't there, and I was broken hearted. Baby, you was lost, like close, and I'm with you, everything goes. Coming with that on my soul, body down, wrist close, time on the way home. This world, concrete, flowers grow. All day, she only do what she knows. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure. If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody no sympathy. I take away the pain, I give you everything. I just wanna see you win, wanna see you.
Alright guys, today's a big day for Dulcie because although we have gone on walks before, we have not gone to like a real park, right? I have not taken him to a real park, partly because he don't know how to behave. He likes to go on people. He wants hugs and cuddles from everybody. He doesn't understand stranger danger, and not to mention, he is the drama. If you see another dog, y'all, he'll look how he's staring. So he is the drama. He stay on guard. Look, he just wants cuddles from everybody. He just wants cuddles. Look at him. Anyways, let me show you guys his new harness leash situation. I hate when dogs do dog things. Like, why are you shaking your fur? Why are you licking your butt? Why are you chasing your tail? Well, chasing your tail is cute. But like, why are you trying to lick your little pee-pee? Okay, Deuce, do you like this color? I feel like it complements your eyes, captures your essence. Okay, look. He's so cute. There we go. Show them the fit. Good boy. Yeah, that's the leash. That's the harness. Actually, that's the harness. This is the leash. I think it's a scam for all dog parents. The fact that you have to buy them separately, I feel like it should be a combo. I have a 15-minute break. We're gonna take our vitamins, get my package that got delivered in the mailbox. I got a new swimsuit for the summer, and then we're gonna take a shower because I need to take a shower. I love a good vitamin, but I love a good multivitamin because I don't want to be bald no more. I was so excited to try this purple sweet potato, but my fault for trying to copy these protein warriors and adding cottage cheese. This was so bland. Let's do a little unboxing. This is so dramatic for some cups. Taste test, new recipe straight from the dome. Let's see. He's so cute. He walking me for real. Oh, at least he didn't bark. He's so curious about every little thing. Dude's walking in a straight line, please. It was trash. And honestly, I'm sorry, it just didn't count. I did not count it in my weekly matcha because I said I had a 2 matcha limit, and it just wasn't worth being counted. So, after getting my feelings hurt from trying that recipe, whatever it was, I don't even remember it, I made 2 other matchas throughout the week. One of them was a strawberry matcha, one of my favorites. Strawberry and mango matcha is my top two. I made my homemade strawberry puree. And then today, baby, today this was a real big back matcha, cookie butter matcha. So I'll put the recipe like here, and then the picture is here. So hold up, I'm getting frame. So recipe, pictures. That matcha was so good, y'all. I tore it up. When I tell you, I went back like It's that sugar. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's the sugar. It's that little crack. I will slow down. I definitely have to slow down. But right now, it's just a simple pleasure that I'm enjoying. So I'm a matcha now. I literally had to gaslight myself into liking matcha for like the last 2 to 3 years. And now I could genuinely say I love me some matcha. She really is that girl. She don't do too much like coffee. And it's not too heavy on the breath either. That's my favorite thing about it. But sometimes, depending what kind of milk you use, if you're doing cream cold foam, that tongue, the color of the tongue, it's a little off-putting to me personally. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it motivated you to do some of the things that you've been putting off, even if you only take 48 hours out of your entire week. Next time I'm going to try to do it a little longer, maybe 72 hours, maybe a full week. I'm not sure. This whole week in general was really productive, but as you can imagine, sometimes filming does slow you down. So if you really want to get things done, you just have to like be in the moment, be in the go. You can't always, put your little headpiece on, and you're not always going to be wearing the aesthetic outfit, so it's just like you do what you can. Anyways, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you stay tuned for my next video. Bye.